Hey guys, what's going on? Sergeant Death here, and we're going to be trying something out. We're going to be doing an XSplit recording, so we're going to see how that goes. This is a game submitted to me by the Blue Terran in the upper left. Shhabbazz, I don't know how to... Shhabbazz, I guess, maybe. And he is obviously the blue, she, I don't know, is the Blue Terran. And they're playing against the Red Zerg in the upper right, so they are in close air proximity. The map is Shhabbazz Plateau. As I said, this is the first time I have tried doing a local recording with XSplit, so let's see how it goes. So, looks like we're going to be seeing a 10... Yes, there's the 10 depot there. Meanwhile, it was what appears, yeah, it was an 11 Overlord. Fine. No rally point for the Overlord to go to, though. It's a little worrisome. But overall, it really shouldn't be a big deal. Constant SCP production by the Terran. Actually does not have the minerals to start this. That's kind of unusual, because I play random, and I managed to do that at 11. Meaning he was also joining up a little more. So we do see the barracks going down on 13. No sign of pool or gas. Not even an expansion yet from Webslinger, our Red Zerg. Looks like he's getting ready to fast expand, though. But the Terran is going to see this. Probably. I mean, he doesn't see anything going on in the main base, so I mean, it's a safe assumption that they're doing a fast expansion. Meanwhile, we do see the gas has been taken from the Terran player. Yep, see, there we go. He sees the hatch there. So, let's see what he does. Depending on how fast those Marines come out, we might be seeing some early aggression. Pool is just now starting, so a Marine should be... two Marines should be able to make it over there before any Lings have a chance at making it out. And, that can really screw up a hatchery. I mean, it won't do tons of damage, but it will with a bunker. That'll definitely hurt. There's a tech lab. Okay, we're building a bunker. Why don't we get some Marines out to put in the bunker before we worry about it putting a tech lab on? Whatever. One guy in gas right now, because as Terran, you don't need a lot of guys in gas right away. That's just the nature of them. Oh, so we did get a single Marine out on the field. He is going to... I assume his rally point is into the bunker. The drone's like, oh god, wait, no, that's the Marine. Let's kill him first. Nope, Marine makes it in. And with an SCV repairing it, this bunker just will not die to the drones. It'll have a hard time dying to Zerglings and a Queen. The Queen is being made the expansion. I mean, just look at that. It just hurts. The drone is stuck at the front door, though, for the Zerg. And I'm not seeing... Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to get shot at. Really, not a lot of damage being done. I mean, it's going to switch targets over to the Queen, yeah. But still, this is delaying this. It wasted the minerals on this expansion, and now they're just having to do lots of Zerglings. That's a lot of kind of missed mining time. And that really sucks as the Zerg. This is just going to get overwhelmed here, though. Now, this bunker will still do pretty good damage. And the Marine actually decides to ditch out before the bunker was dead, which is an odd decision in my book. We do only see 3 Marines out. Another barracks being built. Against Zerg, I like to see Hellion play, especially when there's a lot of Lings currently out on the field. It just makes it oh so nice when you just crisp them. And I know another bunker or barracks. We're gonna see 3 racks expand is what it's looking like. And oh, he needs to lift the supply depot because there we go. Because that SCV just got destroyed, and that is a lot of Lings to be for this force to hold off. But they're gonna be able to do it because there are 6 Marines right there. We're gonna see this just morph right into an orbital command. Not a bad play per se, but not the best. Oh, it actually blocks the reactor from happening. So he's just gonna try and build. So this is 4x expand. Is what it's looking like. Zerg decides, you know what? I'm not gonna get that. Let's fall back. Way ahead in the food count, though, as a Zerg should be. It has taken all the gases, but it's only mining out of the one so far. Well, actually, he hasn't taken this one, but he's only mining out of one so far. But he's also not using it for anything. Oh, no, I take that back. We see metabolic boost and a roach warren being placed. That will definitely help break down this wall. These Marines need a bunker to kind of sit in to not die. Moving a couple barracks down to the low ground to start providing a bit of a wall off. Again, I'd like to see a bunker being placed. 2 guys in gas. No, the factory. There we go. That's something that'll definitely be helpful. If only just because you can get Hellions and then later game siege tanks, and it really at no point in the game do they really lose their effectiveness. Zerg's can go for a fairly quick third expand all the way down here in the bottom, which is kind of unusual. Usually you'll see him go for this expansion here first, or at least see a fair bit of aggression. Both players are just being allowed to just kind of tech up, which for both races is kind of scary, but we don't see Webslinger making that great use of the fact that he's on 2 mining bases, almost completely saturated. We do see the double scan though, so he knows exactly what's going on. No questions asked. So we're gonna see a reactor. I expect to see a reactor switch with the starport and maybe see a siege tank. If not, we're going to see at least a round of Hellions come out, and then we're going to see it switched. But I think we're just going to see it switched right away. And it's looking to be the case here. Ooh, Lair Tech is being morphed, so mutas can start coming into play, infestors, all that good stuff that really kills Terrans. Lings do have speed, but that is a substantial wall off. I'm not sure if I like the wall off. I'd much rather see one of bunkers and supply depots than your buildings like this. That one marauder in the mix to deal with the roaches that are way back here, which takes some extra damage since they are armored. I mean, instead of taking what is it, 5 from that, they take 19 a shot. I mean, it's up to the user. We see another command center being constructed. We might see this one actually floated over here to this mineral line because it's really hard for Zerg to actually have an answer to that yet. Pneumized Carapace being researched. Always got to have that overlord speed. It is absolutely an essential upgrade to have, I find. If I do not have it, then I will often find myself struggling. Lots of medevacs coming out, though. I'd like to see some more. Maybe some tech from this siege. Oh, that would have... Actually, he can't build... maybe start researching some upgrades for all these Marines that we have. Looks like we're getting ready to see a drop happen. All the overlords are kind of making the migration. Oh, God, get a Viking out there and just kill all of these. That would hurt so much. Unfortunately, that means they will spot this drop. Ventral Sex. Ooh. We might be seeing some Zerg drop play, which is not nearly as common. Oh, we're going to drop him on the low ground. No big deal. Gonna loading, unloading. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'd suggest you keep him loaded right now. Ooh, bring them over with it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Roaches are ranged, aren't they? They can shoot back. But the Marines, especially with stim, are just going to do a lot of damage to these roaches. And honestly, you can lose like 2 Marines per roach you kill, and it still comes out to be a fair trade because roaches do cost what? Somehow I forget their cost. 75 and 25, so they cost 100 each. And remember, gas is by far the more valuable of the resources. So even just killing the one hurts them. Spire. Ooh. Space is up and running. It's got 2 queens. What for? I don't know. I expect to see maybe some creep spreading since with the second queen, although I'm not even seeing any injects from the first one. Energy's getting high actually on all the queens really. Missing a lot of larva injects. Ooh, Hydroden also being researched, so we're gonna see Roach Hydromuta play maybe, which is an odd combo, like very. It's not something that you normally see at all, because that's a very gas heavy build. Oh god, a drop, Roach drop incoming. You do not see these common. These are so uncommon. Which overlords have the roaches in them? Well, unfortunately, most of them do, and you're not going to be able to pinpoint each one. Missile turrets shooting. They're going to kill an overlord, but they're going to kill the wrong one. A lot more everywhere, though. That's a supply block. Tech Lab is down. Hellions coming in. The Marines now streaming in. And this does not look good for Webslinger, honestly. It gets him unsupply blocked, but he's not doing enough damage. He's taken out, what? A Tech Lab? Or no, a reactor and a starport? This is Terran. Minerals mean nothing. We can rebuild that in like half a second. I mean, both players are really starting to amass a lot of money. There's just not nearly enough damage done by Webslinger for that to be anywhere near successful. And one thing he did do is that he delayed any Viking production to tear away these guys. You see some more preventive. You see 2 starports being made. 4 more barracks. Holy cow. 3. Oh, over here at the expansion. There's 2. 3 more missile turrets. Ground carapace 2 is being researched. Ranged +1. That'll allow Hydras to just shred. But without this ranged upgrade, they actually have less range than a Marine. Oh, they have the same range as a Marine, so. And I believe a Marine can tear them apart, especially with medevac support. But I don't know about with the +1 carapace upgrade. That might be a little. That's going to be different. Overlord's coming over to scout everywhere. We do see that there is the researching grooved spines. There's a macro hatch. Just take this hatchery. Just take this place down here and inject larva like crazy, and you will be fine. The lack of larva injects is really going to be crucial, and it might cost Webslinger the game because he's just not making any use of it. I love this. 3 medevacs. 1 has 1 unit in it. I'm going to send it out. Scans. Nope, there's nothing there. There's nothing over there. Groove Spines does get researched. And all the troops are unloaded. Let's see what he decides to do. He could go straight for the mineral line. He could go for this macro hatch. Or this macro hatch. He's just going to stem and come in. And yep, he's going to go for that mineral line. Wrecking a lot of damage. Go for the evolution chamber. Stop any more upgrades from coming out. Good decision. Go for the queen. Pick off the overlords. Supply block him. Supply block him more. Dealing with some hydras, but supply block. More supply block. So all the hydras are dead. 5 more in production. 4 zerglings coming out, but you know, honestly, especially with their waypoint blocked, those hydras just get shredded. The small force just kind of hanging out over here, chilling. There goes the hydra stand. No more hydras for you. And now we're gonna stem back here into what, mineral line again? Yeah, that's what looks like, the mineral line again. 1 medevac does get taken out, sniped down by the hydralisks. They're gonna go for the Marines, which unfortunately the Marines are gonna kick their ass because they do have stem, and they do have, you know, they are fucking Marines. Stemmed Marines with medevac support. All those Marines are dead. 1 medevac goes down, 2 medevacs down. I still think it looks better for the Terran player at the moment. Much better. Lots of resources lost by Webslinger. And yeah, we see 62 units lost, but those are mostly Marines, which are practically free. They're like a Zergling. They don't really cost that much. But we're seeing that gas get so high. There we go. +1 armor. Building another engineering bay to get double ups. Not a bad. Oh, this is beautiful. That was actually really good placement because it allowed him to shoot down Hydras off creep. So slow. They're actually as slow as roaches, but roach is going to get the upgrade. And we're going to see the big engagement right here. It's going to happen. Webslinger's just caught way out of position. Off creep. There's no way they're going to fall. Oh, back past these Marines. This entire force is just going to get mopped up. There's no questions here. But the Zergling attack from behind. The +1 Carapace will help. Actually, did +2 finish? Yeah, the +2 Carapace will help. That means each Marine only does 4 damage to them, which is not a substantial amount of damage. Meanwhile, they're just going to go around scouting for expansions. They want to check up here for an expansion, but they know there's not. So they're just going to sit over here in the corner. It's time out for them. And Terran, it looks like, is just going to come and... Yep, Terran's going to come. They lost some Marines down here. Nearly lost the medevac. No, they... Nearly lost the medevac. We're going to see... Yep, there goes the Queen, and that means that this hatchery is just going to fall. There's not much that can be done right now to really defend this. He's just too spread out and does not have enough forces. He's not replenishing them fast enough because they're not... I think that's the first larva inject I've seen like all game. One drone manages to somehow make it out. Everything else that's here though is just getting destroyed. Really, it's GG for Webslinger. He does not have the forces he needs to deal with this. Double Spire to get double upgrades for the mutas that you don't have? Oh, you're getting 5 of them. Still, you're awfully low on minerals there. So is the Terran, but he's got constant marine production off of a lot of gateways. So, you know what? I'm willing to forgive him. Did we actually see? No, we didn't even see the Cadius reactor. Caduceus? I don't know. I'm going to call it the medevac energy. We didn't even see medevac energy be researched. +1 weapons is almost researched. No +2 infantry armor? That's another dead Overlord. That's a lot of Overlords that have just been sniped off. Scanning, we see, yep, he's got some Mutalisks. Not that it really means much. We do see there's, wow, that's actually 4 spine crawlers there. That's actually really annoying to deal with. But I still think this, at this point in this game, it should be GG. Webslinger's just so far behind. I mean, we see a third base is being taken. It's just not a good time to be anybody not Terran right now. It does look like we've got 11. Where are all this mineral field? So that explains some of them. Where are these others? Just not mining? Yeah. Okay, so he decides, yeah, I'm gonna send these guys out, but there's still 4 around that were used to build things. Okay. So in the meantime, I mean, we just see this large. That is a lot of Marines. Holy crap, that's a lot of Marines. And a fair few Marauders were not. This is better than I think I play. Well, yeah. I mean, it's been good play, but it's also been fairly bad play from our Zerg player here. Finally taking a third base again. This is just taking way too long. Zerg needs to constantly be up on bases. This is very late. Our Terran buddy here, who actually once again submitted all these replays, is saying that they usually suck at TVZ. I mean, really? Hellion Siege Tank Marine. Medevac. Boom! Win. So we do see infantry armor 2 and weapons 2 are on the way, so that these Marines are going to be 2-2 and just do a ton of damage. 7 damage a shot. A little over. That puts their DPS at like... I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. It's almost 8. It's just shy, but at 8 it does become 9. it's really actually kind of interesting. And here's the big engagement, I think, or another big engagement that really just does not work out at all for Webslinger. I mean, we saw stims, but I mean, look at this. This is GG here. We got a max Terran army with soon gonna have 2-2. It's just these depots are in the way. It just does not look good for the Zerg. I mean, he's so far behind economically, so far behind food. Just left the bunker or command center up. Still keep attacking it because they are mutalisks. They can attack both ground and air. I love how we've got our overlords here, Hakid. That's awesome. So in case we do want to do a mass drop, there's the Hydra just sitting there, and neither player's doing anything really at the moment. We see some damage being done by Webslinger, but let's just add on. What are we gonna do? Let's just add on to the Marauder. I'll pretty much remax. Engage. Just lose another unit. Big deal. You've got the supply for it. I mean, this is just not looking good at all for Zerg. And that personally, I think that was a very bad move. Pull those Mutalisks over here to this expansion that just finished and tipped off the Terran player. Oh look, there's an expansion here. Time to kill it. Income is very one-sided. 23 drones for Webslinger, as opposed to the 50 for the Terran. That's just not pretty. And a lot of this is going to has come down to the fact that there were no larva injects. These queens just kind of get made because you're supposed to make queens. I think really the only thing that's preventing Terran from just steamrolling right up the front here at this point is just that he knows there's these spine crawlers. But I think that oh wow, 3-3 on the way. Hive being researched. I just don't. I mean, we haven't seen any Muta upgrades. We haven't seen pretty much anything, any upgrades. Just look at this wall. Oh, we're floating tons of money. What are we gonna do? Let's build more barracks, because apparently 10 is not frickin' enough. How's 14 for you? God. Here is the big engagement. As you can expect, it's GG. Just shattered that wall of spine crawlers. The force here just was dominating. So fairly solid play overall from the Terran player. Like I said, there's a few things I would have. Wow, that medevac is almost dead. A few things I would have liked to see from him. Her, whatever, gender, race, whatever they are. No Hellions. Hellions early on against Zerg just hurts, man. It hurts. Oh, look, 2 more. Freaking 16 bunkers. How many bunkers do you need? And so, Hellions early game just devastate Zerg. Switching to some siege tanks, and you don't even need this big of a bioforce. Which actually, in all honesty, it's not. I don't even know if that should add up to enough food. Maybe with everything in production, which is actually only 1 Marauder. Oh, then there's this force over here. Yeah. Yeah, this was just bad play from the Zerg player. There was like 2 in larva injects the entire game. That's not good. Build a queen. As soon as that queen finishes, immediately do a larva inject. So let me think. No, what you guys think of the quality. See how it is. I know it's going to be better than the other video I tried testing. That was also in the same format from Flash, Media Encoder Live. I don't know what they call it. I know it's like they abbreviate it to FML or FMLE. Flash Media Live Encoder, I guess it actually. Then I just can't get over how many frickin' barracks he was building. But yeah, there are some severe weaknesses in this Zerg player. Let me know what you guys think of the quality. And I haven't really. I try to do kind of cold views of all of these games I do. So I don't know actually what happens. I don't know win or loss. I'd assume win. But that doesn't necessarily always mean anything. I mean, look, there's a bunch of roaches streaming down. They're just not going to do anything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. We're going to be seeing some more from this guy. Thank you very much for submitting replays. I will feature a few more on the channel, and I will definitely link you as soon as they go up on the channel. Until then, this is Roger Death, signing off.